What's up, guys? There we go. I just was able to invite Gabe, so I think we should be good. I don't know what was going on. That was crazy. We got Jalen Walker, one of our former mastermind students, now black sheep trading analyst. What's up, Jay? What's up, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Again, just waiting on Gabe. Sent him the invite. Appreciate your patience. Should be joining here. Let's see. I'm texting him. We should be good to go. What's up, guys? Hey, if you have questions for me while we're waiting here, while he's getting in, fire him away. It says Gabe Crosby is unable to join. Well, that's just the worst. Hate to see that. Hmm. Hmm. Trying again. Yeah, it should be working. Are you doing it from your phone, Gabe? I think it has to be from your phone, my guy. If you're doing it from your computer, might need to be from your phone. We got JP in the chat. What's up, JP? It's been a while. What's up, dude? Yeah, Gabe, I think it has to be from your phone, dude. I could be wrong. Unable to join, it says. Well, I'm not going to sit here and waste all your guys' time. Going to try one more time here. Gabe, are you trying from your phone? I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Might have just been a Q&A. Q&A with me. Great. Now we'll get him on. Let's see if we can't get him on here. We have AI that can literally build entire apps in 30 seconds, and we can't get someone to join an Instagram Live. I was thinking about this the other day. It's like vacuums, right? It's like we're literally sending people to the moon. Elon's talking about building like this like self-sustaining, society on the moon. I just want a vacuum that works. I want a vacuum that doesn't get clogged. I want a vacuum that doesn't break. You know how many vacuums I have like gone through? Like nice vacuums too. It's not like I'm buying cheap vacuums. Like my goodness. Where do I get my apparel done? Shoot me a DM. I would love to tell you. Love to share. Local Utah artist, local guy here in Utah. He's the best. He's so good. He's sick. Okay, well, it's not letting him join. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's we're not. No one's able to. We're even trying to get Carol in here. It's not working for her either. Shark Ninja. Guess what? I literally have the Shark Ninja right now. Breaking left, right, and center. Gets clogged all the time. It's bizarre. Again, I like it. It's sweet. It's great, but it has been brutal. All right. Well, oh my goodness, he's here.
Hey,
What happened? How'd you join?
I have no idea. It
I'm
kept
like,
asking me it kept wanting me to go to my settings and like change something. It was like, turn on your Bluetooth. I'm like, my Bluetooth's on. So,
well,
dude,
there we
hopefully
go.
everybody didn't leave. Sorry about that.
No, everyone's coming in now. It was just me, and there was like 15 people. Now King Gabe's here, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, now we'll show up. Now we'll show up."
But can you hear
Well,
me all right, Jeremy?
oh yeah, you sound great. How about me? We good?
Yeah, dude. It's good. I got the old school headphones in.
I'm sure you know this. Way less sound wave, radiation, whatever going on.
Yeah, dude.
One of
That's
those like
my wife's got me hooked up.
one of those Instagram things you see, and it's like I don't know if that's true or not, but in the event that it is, I'm gonna wear some wired headphones.
Yeah, dude. Better safe than sorry, I
I love
guess.
it. Well, guys, hey, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Sorry for the 10-minute delay. Again, I was just talking about. It's bizarre. We literally like we have automated trading. We have, we have. I have this AI software that's literally coding stuff on this screen right now, and I'm not even pressing a button. We can't get someone to join Instagram Live. Every Instagram Live we do, that we run into the same issues. It's crazy, but very happy to have a young a young killer, a stud. Gabe joined us here today. Man, there's few people, in my opinion, that like I deem like salt of the earth level people, right? Just like good people, good people. And Gabe is one of those guys. It's been fun. We've been friends through association for a while. We were just chatting. I was actually with one of his buddies down in Cabo, kind of happenstance, and it's so funny. Anyone
So
who talks to
crazy.
Gabe or anyone who talks to me about Gabe, or I'm like, I know him, they have nothing but good things to say. So we're really grateful to have you here for a few minutes tonight, kind of let you answer some questions from our people, from our followers. So dude, appreciate you spending some time with us.
Yeah, dude. Super stoked to be here, man. I know that there is a section of our lives, Jeremy, where we're truly gonna cross paths and we're gonna be able to spend some real in-person time together. But yeah, dude, I look up to you a lot. Like I I had probably 10 other trading groups that I had my eyes on when I was kind of looking in this, when I was in the market for it. And ultimately it was your lifestyle and the way that you treated people, the way that you talked to people, and just the way that you had approached trading. That was ultimately the reason why I chose Uncommon. And it's been sweet, dude. I took a long time to like kind of fully dive in, and I still have a lot of stuff going on with work and family. Like my wife and I, she's having our first baby in literally a month, so we're
Let's
stoked, dude. I
go.
get to be a
One
girl
month.
dad, just
Bro,
like
it's
Jeremy.
it's crunch time. That's like it's about to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, dude. So we're stoked, dude. She's doing all of the hard work. She does all the hard work, and I just get to sit around and enjoy it. So we're really excited, dude. But I've loved the time that I've been able to spend with Uncommon and even the other people inside of it. I've gotten to know Jaden a little bit better recently. He's awesome. And I've a bunch of friends that are even inside of Uncommon that it's cool to see them winning and posting profits and stuff like that. So it's been cool.
Absolutely, man. I love it. And why don't so for everyone listening to this, because again, kind of give just like brief. So married, first kid on the way. Congrats, dude. Girl dad, that's the best. Pink
Yeah.
sparkles, glitter. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love it. But why don't you tell everyone what you do for work right now and where you live? Just like brief little intro.
Yeah. So I've been in the sales world for a long time, and I'll probably never get out of it fully. I love sales. I just really like people. I like the interaction. I'm also really grateful that I'm in a position to help people that are younger than me. I think that when I was young, I don't know, maybe I just didn't know a lot of people that were 2 or 3 steps ahead of me. A lot of the people I knew were either in my exact same boat, and we didn't have any money, we didn't have any skills, we weren't investing, we didn't have any of the tricks and the tools. Or a lot of the people that were in my network were like way ahead. And so I'm grateful to be in a position right now where I'm still relevant and I can still have conversations with young kids that are 18, 19, 20 years old and, make the stupid 6, 7 jokes and things like that so that they trust me. But I'm old enough that they respect my opinion and, they listen to me and I can give them advice and help them out. So in the sales world, and I love to travel. I love to, I'm big on freedom. I'm big on faith. I served a mission for the church, got home, got into sales, and that's what I've done ever since. But I love having fun. I like to golf, not as much as Jeremy, but I do love to golf.
Golf a lot.
And I haven't gotten into the fishing stuff yet, so I need work on that. And I like to play pickleball, and I like to be in the sun. My wife, I joke that she's like a lizard. Just she gets really sad when she's cold and in the winter time. But I get her on a beach and she sparks right up. So
Just a cold-blooded amphibian.
yeah, dude, she loves the sun.
I
So
love it, dude. I love it. That's so cool. Well, that's awesome. And you live in Utah, right? Where in Utah are you at?
yeah, I'm in Orem,
Cool.
uh, just right in the smack dab middle of everything. So
Yeah, no, that's great, man. Well, guys, and what's cool about Gabe is because how old are you, Gabe?
I'm 28. I turned 29 in 5 days.
Well, happy early birthday. So Gabe's about to turn 29. Like he says, he's at that cool age where it's almost like you're the old dog of the young dogs, you know, like
Yeah.
you're me, I just been 34. I'm like getting into the unk territory.
Yeah.
I'm like Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. It's like, yeah, dude, cool, but it's like,
Yeah, and you have the beard, so
yeah, I just
it's
I'm I'm kind of like
fun.
crusty and just getting more senile and whatever by the day. But no, it's
Yeah, it's fun.
it's very fun, very cool. Okay, so talk to us about Uncommon. So you went through our mastermind program, right? When was that? And talk about, yeah, because I know you went through it, didn't really touch it for a while, but for those who don't know our mastermind program, you get access for life. It's like paying for university, and you can go take university classes with your professor for the rest of your life. So tell us when you were initially joined and when you kind of started to really pay attention to it or devote some time to it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, man, I drug my feet for a long time. I joined because I knew it was something that I wanted to do, but I was busy. I had so much stuff going on, which I'm sure is a similar spot that a lot of the people that join Uncommon they find themselves in, right? But I was lucky because I just the first time I like really got pitched on it was from a friend, and I made the decision really quickly, and I'm grateful that I did. I didn't sit around and wait and delay, joining, because if I would have done that, I don't know where I would have ended up. I probably would have ended up in some trading group with a bunch of dudes that rent Ferraris and Lamborghinis. And so I joined, and I kind of slowly watched the videos, and I always kept up on it. But I was doing sales, I was traveling, um, and just living life, and other things were taking priority of it. And I think it was finally on one of my trips. I just didn't have anything to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is a perfect time. It was just my wife and I. This is a perfect time for me to just really start watching the videos and really get into it. And I watched the videos and I started paper trading for maybe about a month. And that was kind of when everything started. But I've been a slow burn. And even still, I talk to people that hate on me for the way that I trade and my position sizes and just my approach to the whole thing. I think my approach is definitely unique, but it works for me and it works for my lifestyle, and I don't have to sacrifice the other things that I really care about because I'm a day trader. So it's cool.
I love that. There's so much there I want to touch on. The one of the things you just said that I love is the people who throw hate in the day trading space of like, well, if you're making this much, why don't you just use more money, make more? Or if you do that
Yeah.
for an hour a day, why would you not just do that for 8 hours a day and just make more money? It literally, it's such a high level of like ignorance. It would be the same thing as going up to like Rudy Gobert, right? Three-time defensive, MVP in the NBA. It'd be like, hey Rudy, like why? Like I know you're good in the paint and like as a defensive mid, but like why don't you shoot more threes? Like
Yeah.
why are you not shooting 3 pointers? Or going to Patrick Mahomes and be like, dude, why aren't you playing middle linebacker and tackling people? Like why?
That's just
It's
not what I do, bro.
yeah, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm good at what I'm doing, and you're it's always people who either aren't doing it themselves or are so bad at it. It's just it's life, man. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite parts when I started Uncommon was I remember I'd go through and I'd always look at like the comments of people on like the videos I'd post. So it'd be a
Yeah.
bunch of good, but then it'd be so many negative, like, you know, whatever, just anything you could imagine.
Oh yeah.
I was
And those are
like,
the ones that stick, right? Those are the ones
no,
that,
yeah. And I would always just laugh. I'm like, how funny. Like what a strange thing that like people feel the need to do, because Gabe is like me, and that's why we've always connected so well, is like we are like, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but I feel like we have big time golden retriever energy, right?
oh
Just
yeah.
like
Yeah.
love
100%.
life, optimistic to a fault, trusting to a fault. Just like we are here for all of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I think that what that does, and I want to talk about this a little bit as we get into like kind of your trading. So much of trading, you have to have there's a quote from college football this year. You have to have an irrational level of optimism,
Yeah.
right? Irrational, meaning it's not warranted, right? Like when I was starting and going through it all, like I should not have had as much confidence as I did. Like for sure, but I just
Yeah.
did. And I think that that's where someone like you, where we'll talk about this now with your success of this, and even just knowing like what you're comfortable with, position sizing, how many days you're trading a day. It comes from such a place of you don't care what people think. It's for you. It's your life. I know, weird,
Yeah.
right? Go figure. It's your life, and no one else's opinion matters. But
Yeah.
then number two is you approach life through the eyes that life's not out to get you. Life's not out to just make. It's like, yeah, there's some pretty bad stuff about this life. It's not good in a lot of ways, but man, there's so much good. So tell us a little bit about your trading now, where I kind of showed a little bit of those texts that we had shared, where really since September you've been having some pretty awesome consistency and results. So just tell us briefly like how much ballpark you're bringing in, what your kind of approach is to it. Spend just a few minutes kind of explain where you're at trading wise right now.
Cool. Yeah. Well, kind of to the optimism point, I've always been bad. Like I love podcasts. I consume a lot of like self-help and success media entertainment. And one of my favorite things that they say about optimists, um, they say like everybody has heard the phrase that optimists rule the world, but I like the phrase that pessimists get to be right and optimists get to be rich. And I think that's a cool phrase because, yeah, like as an optimist, you're going to be wrong. Like you're going to be like, oh, dude, this is going to work out. It's going to be great. You're going to be wrong. It's going to happen. You're going to fail. Like with trading, 100%. You know what I mean? I get into it. I'm paper trading. I'm like, man, this is so awesome. This is great. Like, man, RBR, this thing never fails. and and I would just, I would go into it and yeah, you're going to mess up. You're going to have some losing trades. And I've always really liked, maybe this is, you and I haven't talked directly about this, but I think this is why I also really like golf, is that in golf, you hit a lot of bad shots. In trading, you're going to take some bad trades, but it like literally doesn't matter as long as you just focus on the next one and make the next hit good. Like how many times in golf will we just hit a terrible tee shot and then you just pure your iron and you're on the green for birdie? Great. And you totally forgot that you chunked it off the tee. So with trading, just getting specifically like into my approach and the way that I do things, um, I've I've never gone for like these huge trades. Maybe a handful of times I've kind of like gotten in
Mm-hmm.
and then the trade doesn't move or whatever it is. It just goes sideways for a little bit and I'll just, I'll get scared and I'll get out. But for the most part, like I think the biggest trade, the most I've ever made in a trade was like $1,500.
Mm-hmm.
And it was after I had played basketball in the morning. I was at the church. I was in a church building, LDS church building, with my brother-in-law Ryan, and we jumped into this trade. And it was literally, it was a gamble. Like, yeah, all the strategy was there, all the numbers were good, but I went into it with a bigger position size than I'm used to, and I got lucky. And but for the most part, I stay simple. I've kept my position size the same for the last year of trading.
So good.
Um, is it okay if I think you and I talked about the way that I've been doing it for the last
Yeah,
year. Is that kind
please,
of what you want me
please
to get
tell.
into?
Yeah, yeah, go through it. We all want to hear, and this is so good for everyone else to hear. I mean, it's it's what we teach, but so few people actually do it. So we want to hear it. Absolutely.
Yeah, so hopefully this is helpful and hopefully it's good advice. If if this is not for you, then like I apologize and don't implement it because I mean I'm not going to pay you money if you mess this up. But I really do think that for me it was important to keep a level head, stay humble, and continue to make money the way that I've learned how to make money and add value in sales and recruiting and building teams and things like that. Whereas with day trading, it's a hobby. It's something that gets me up. It forces me to get sharp quickly in the morning, which I really like because without day trading, sometimes I'm not necessarily under the gun until like 10 a.m. That's when most of my other meetings will start. And so I like that with trading, I've got to be up and ready to go by 7:30. And so I really like that aspect of it. But the reason why I think my strategy is it works for me is because at the start of every month for the last year, I reset my account back to $1,000.
Mhm.
And each month I build it up and I'll have months where I'll profit 3,000 and 4,000 and 5,000. I've never had a losing month ever. And it's been awesome. Talking with Jeremy, he kind of convinced me to start position sizing up a little bit. So in February 1st, I started with 2,000, and right now my account's at 5,000. So it is growing faster than I'm used to,
Let's go.
which is
Awesome.
cool. And it's just a testament that Jeremy's system works, right? It's not my system that's working, but my system is just a system of honesty. I know my personality. I wouldn't be able to stomach a $3,000, $5,000 loss
Mhm.
and go do my meetings, be with my wife, be with my friends, and just forget about it. Like, and I know some people that can, like Jeremy, dude. I know that you've got a lot more, just like tolerance for it. You've got some thick skin,
I'm a sick puppy, dude. I'm just I'm a glutton
dude,
for punishment.
which is awesome. Like, it's a pay to play type of, uh, you know, job or
Mm.
hobby. And I think for what I do, it works great, and I'm really grateful for it because, like I said, I haven't had to sacrifice the things that I care about, and I'm still able to make two, three, $400 a day. Super simple, and I'm on and off in 15 to 30 minutes, and I'm still able to be a good husband and a good future father and good friend, and I'm able to still focus on business, which I love. So it's great.
The amount of sauce for everyone who's watching this, by the way, I hope you all like tattoo that on your brain. Like there is so much gold that was just given, like not just about trading, but about life.
Hmm.
Okay, let's just highlight a few things from there real quick, Gabe. Okay, so number one, most people when they have like a good week of trading, like triple their position size, right?
Yeah,
That's most people.
yeah,
Everyone listening, he went a year, right? And then after said year, I basically was like begging him, "Hey, dude, I think you go more." And he went from $1,000 account to a $2,000 account.
big
It
jump.
is just the definition of discipline. Okay, so one of the coolest things I love about Gabe is, and he doesn't talk about it, right? And every single person we bring on these is the same thing, right? Same thing. Discipline, right? The discipline you have in how you're approaching trading is incredible. So first off, congrats. And the fact that you have never really experienced a losing month after learning the systems is remarkable, but it's not surprising, right? For those listening in, this is not an outlier situation. We have hundreds and hundreds of members who are doing exactly what Gabe is doing, right?
Oh
Making
yeah.
money consistently on a day-to-day basis. But So cool. The discipline you have, absolutely remarkable. The approach, the self-awareness, right? The what I would call emotional intelligence that you have, right? First off, number one is someone who I believe I too have that. I know what it requires to get that, which typically means you've been through some tough stuff in your life. So respect. I know what it
Thanks.
takes to get there.
Yeah.
But dude, that approach of, hey, I don't care what people are saying. I don't care what other people are doing. This is a hobby. It helps me because of these things. It supplements my life. It's such a beautiful approach to really anything, right? And I've believed this for my whole life. My grandfather's from Switzerland. Like, I am Switzerland, right? I am right in the middle, usually, because in my opinion, if you are too extreme on anything, it's not good, right?
Yeah.
Too extreme one way or the other is not good. That level-headedness, the ability to understand, like, yeah, could you potentially start trading with higher amounts, make more money? Yes. But if you started to lose, and it might compromise the things that you hold dearest to you, your faith, your
Yeah.
family, your business, is it worth it? No. And so what's funny is, we talk about this a lot in trading, like the reward versus the risk on a trade. Well, you are essentially analyzing every aspect of your life in that way, right? Where
Yeah.
it's like, even with trading, it's like, yes, the reward, but if I want to increase that reward, guess what? That also means increasing exposure, increasing risk. And so the fact you're avoiding those things and living in a place of, like, what I call peace, right? It's like you have, like, inner peace, right? People chase their whole lives. People chase their whole lives. It's absolutely incredible. And then finally, the fact that I think you do approach it from such a place of humility, talking about, like, it's not a bit. I mean, what you're doing is so crazy, right? Taking $1,000 account every single month and building it up to 3, 4,000, bringing it back down. And by the way, for those listening in, this is exactly the system that we teach, right? Pulling profits out, resetting your account. Some do it daily, some do it weekly, some do it monthly. It's just such a cool example of doing things the right way. And
Yeah.
that's the last thing. And then I'm gonna turn it over to you guys here in just a second for a Q&A, because I want to give you guys a chance to talk to Gabe and ask him questions. Obviously, the dude is dialed. But one thing that I think Gabe has that is allowing him to succeed the way he is integrity, right? Like, simple as that. Like, man of his word, right? If Gabe tells me something, I'm not stressing, right? In a pinch, I gotta have someone watch. It's like Gabe's one of those. Like I said at the beginning of this call, right? Salt of the earth. Very few people like that. That I know. So it's no wonder you're having the success you are, just how you approach life. But it's very, very cool. Appreciate all the kind words you said.
Thanks, man.
Before we get into anything Q&A, again, I want to give 5-10 minutes. So if you're listening, guys, and you have questions, don't type them out yet. We will have here, and just I want to ask him one more question. Then we'll open it up for Q&A, and we'll go through and answer him. A lot of people here are trading right now, trading unsuccessfully, on the fence of wanting to learn to trade, or maybe they are succeeding, want to take the next jump. Anyone who's getting involved with this or wanting to get involved, or we can even broaden it to saying, what advice would you give to someone who wants something out of life, right? Like, has a desire to do something, but is maybe a little scared or hesitant, right? Dragging their feet. Like what advice with where you are now, right? I would say you're killing it in life on all fronts, right? Family, faith, business, everything else. What advice would you give to someone who maybe doesn't have that confidence, or who doesn't have that, like, that courage to kind of take that step?
Man, that's a good question. Well, so I was gonna say, first thing is, to everybody that is listening to this, thanks for being on here, man. Like, I mean, this is my first time doing an Instagram live, so it's cool to have people listening to this. And I'm also, I wanted to shout out everybody on here that's supporting Jeremy and what he's built. Like, I don't know, it's super awesome. I'm very grateful for it, and I know that a lot of these people that are on here are really grateful for it. It's so cool to see. But to answer your question, it's interesting. I talk to a lot of people about this, because you asked, like, what's your advice to people that say that they want to do, they want to get into trading, they want to get into uncommon education, they want to have, like a little side hustle and something I talk to a lot of people about is I I tell people to be careful with what they say they want and what they tell themselves that they want, because I'm a big believer in the fact that like if you actually want something, you will do anything to get it. And a lot of people say, you know, like I think the most common and most universal one that everybody can relate to is I want to lose weight. I want to have a better body. I want to be in shape. And it's such an obvious thing to to just look at yourself and say, do I really want this more than I want to not have to go to the gym?
Yeah.
Do I really want a fit body more than I want to eat kind of crappy? Do I really want a fit body more than I want these other things? And that applies to everything. Do I really want more money in my bank account more than I want comfort, more than I want to just kind of chill and hang out? And so I think it's an important thing to remember is like, just first of all, don't tell people that you want things if you really don't want them, because then they're just not going to ever believe you ever again. They're going to think that you're just
So
full of
good.
it.
So good.
And so I think that if there's people that are on the fence about joining Uncommon Education, just do it. Jeremy is so kind. He's so generous. He offers so much information all of the time about, like he does these little boot camps. He does all these cool things that I'm just like, dude, no way are you giving away this information to these people for free. And I know that that's a hard spot for you, Jeremy, to be in. It's like, how do I offer information but also kind of gatekeep it so that people realize how valuable it is? And so I think just being on the outside and not knowing if it's going to be worth it, if anybody on here isn't a part of Uncommon Education yet, just do it. There's not a single other program that I've joined or been a part of or mastermind or anything like that that gives you constant value every single day. It's just it's unheard of. I was talking to my in-laws last night about it. It truly has been 2 full years, over 2 full years of constant value, whether I choose to pick it up or not. Like you
Mhm.
guys are just bringing it to me on a silver platter. Hey, here's this knowledge, here's this information, and you know I'm dumb enough to not pick it up, even though it's mine for the taking. And so I'm really grateful that you are so generous, and that's just who you are, man. And it's an incredible, because you don't have to do this. I think a lot of people don't understand
Yeah.
that you could live the life you live, travel, golf, be with your family, fish, without Uncommon Education. I know that that's true. And you would figure out a way to get what you wanted because you want it
Mhm.
without Uncommon Education, without offering value, without offering mentorship. And so I'm really grateful for you. And I think that a lot of people in Uncommon are super grateful. So I hope that you hear it, you know,
Dude,
every day, because you deserve it for sure.
man, appreciate it. That's extremely kind. You know, one thing that I think has helped me in life, and like you say, like I think we're similar in just we are who we are. You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's what you see is what you get. I just got done right before this recording like a 45-minute kind of intro welcome to the whole thing, and the whole point the whole time. And then guys, if you're here, questions, if you have questions queued up, wait, we're about to turn it over to Q&A. The whole point of the video and what I essentially said is like, look, there's a lot of different traits that equal success, that equal power, that equal progress, right, in life. But the one trait that like I is like my foundation, right? It's like, Jeremy, one trait that like you attribute all good things in your life to, right? And to me, maybe it's cheesy, maybe it's not, I don't know. But like in my core, like what I actually believe in my bones is that if you view life through the lens of gratitude, you you will never fail.
Amen.
You will never truly be sad. You will never truly be unfulfilled. You'll never be in a place where you just need, want, right? Yeah, I mean, I talk about all the time. I used to live in my grandpa's cabin with well water and a piece of crap car, and I was just as happy, if not more, right? Like literally the
Crazy,
simplicity
yeah.
of it.
Probably way less problems than
Oh
what
my
you deal with
gosh,
every day right now.
literally. Then now traveling the world, doing all this stuff, whatever. And so gratitude really is to me, right? Like it's a catalyst, it's a springboard. It is the trait to get what you want out of life. And I think that
Yeah.
you are such a great example of that. Obviously, this is like your time to shine. This is your time to brag and be boastful about your success. And here he is, just
Well, no,
being
dude, I tell
being
people all the
grateful. So,
time that I tell people that I'm grateful selfishly. I do it because I think it makes me
you know
feel
the
so
power
good.
of it. You
Yeah, it
know the
makes me
power
feel
of it.
so good. Like telling people thank you, being genuinely grateful for everything and anything I possibly can. And man, I have bad days where I'm
Of
not
course.
grateful. I really do. But yeah, like I said, it's a selfish thing. Like I crave the feeling of gratitude. I think it's oh yeah, it's amazing, dude.
That's really cool, and that's that's what I'll end on. And then, guys, if you have questions, feel free to start firing them off here for Gabe. Can be regarding anything for me, for Gabe, and Gabe. I'll read them as they come through. I'll kind of read them off to you. But guys, like if you're stuck in life, you want to get somewhere where you're not. Even if you're in a place in life and you're just like, man, I'm not really enjoying life right now. Whatever the case is, just like force yourself, right? Gratitude journal, mental gratitude, whatever. Just like find something to be grateful for. And it is shocking. It is shocking how quickly things change, right? And I always tell people like with life, I approach it through a lens of gratitude, but never content, right? And what that means is like I always want to push the boundaries, right? I want more interaction with our mastermind members. I want to provide more value. I want new things, right? But it's always from a place of you can't lose gratitude because that's when greed and pride and ego come into play. But if you approach it with gratitude, you can be as confident and as I'm going to conquer the world as you want to be because you know it's coming from a place of appreciation and love, and you're always going to be in a good spot. So I think you exemplify that extraordinarily. If you guys aren't following Gabe, he posts really awesome content in this realm pretty frequently. So anyway, dude, I appreciate all those kind words. Okay, so a few
Thanks, dude.
questions. For me, do you teach Forex? No, I do not. How much money do you need to start? We suggest no more than $2,000 in your trading account. That's the max. As you guys just heard, Gabe's making $3,000 to $5,000 a month with $1,000 in his trading account. 1,000, insane.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so here we go. Few for you here, Gabe. Well, actually, this was. Do you have a Discord? I also live in Utah. I'd like to be a part of. Yeah. So, if anyone has questions for me, DM Uncommon Education or DM at Jeremy Lieber. More than happy to chat. If you have questions for Gabe, let's go through some of those. Jake, who by the way, Jake just went through this last mastermind. Jake's killing it. Jake is making really good money consistently in the market, which is
So
crazy because
fire.
the mastermind just ended. But his question for you is: since you've scaled up, are you trading multiple contracts now? How many did you scale up? And I'd even add to that, like what have you done to scale up in a healthy way versus in a non healthy way.
Yeah, I think that yeah, like my scaling process has been really slow. Sometimes embarrassingly slow. Like I don't always like to admit that to people because in the world of trading, it is a lot of greed. It's a lot of, well, dude, like get more, get more. Why don't you get more? And so yeah, I do typically like my position size is usually about 1,000. That's typically about as big as I go. Now I'm starting to get a little bit bigger position sizes, but I very rarely take more than two trades in a day.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because any of the days that and maybe it's just, my own experience, my own luck, almost any days that I take more than two, I take a losing trade. Whereas if I take two, my likelihood of like, it's pretty common that I'll take two winning trades.
Mm-hmm.
And almost any time I take that third one, I get sloppy. And I hate when I have the mindset of, I'm playing with house's money.
Yep.
Pisses me off because that money is not the house's money. It is my money. And so I actually don't believe in the like house's money mentality. I know that a lot of people do. Like, dude, I love I love blackjack. I don't gamble. I don't hit up the casinos anymore. But yeah, I don't believe in houses money.
Yep.
And so for those of you who do take multiple trades a day, my advice would be just make sure that second and third trade are just as dialed, and make sure that you're being just as picky as you were on that first trade. Because if not, like, you know, I mean, you can turn a $500 day into a $200 day. You just lost $300 in a trade. And because, like I said, because you were sloppy, you're going to get a bad fill. You rushed it.
Yep.
There's so many excuses. And then you have to walk around all day going, oh yeah, it was a good day. I made $200 when you could have been like, yeah, dude, it was sick. I made 500. So yeah,
No,
that
I
would be
love
my
that.
advice there.
That's such good advice, and that's such a core principle of what we teach in our mastermind is we withdraw profits. Like for me, like when I'm trading like a full size account, it's daily for me. I
Which is
hate
sick.
house money so much. I can't even have that house money in there because it's too tempting. It's too tempting to hold past your stop loss, get sloppy with entries, do something stupid, be like, oh, well, let's do this gamble for like a home run situation. You know, it's like, no, dude, you have the
Well,
money. It's not
it's
house
like you said
money.
about getting complacent, right? Like you get complacent.
100%.
So
One of the I gotta share this. One of our previous mastermind members, he actually works with us in the back end of Uncommon now. He had a big problem with this, giving back profits or whatever. So what he did, and he actually trades full time now. He bought a plane and he has his pilot's license. And now he just flies around all day and trades in the morning. It's so cool. But
which I know who you're talking about.
oh
Okay.
yeah, good friend Driggs Walker, love Driggs.
Dog.
But he literally what he had to do because he was making like $2,000-3,000 a day. He put $3,000 cash on his desk, right? And when he would trade and he wanted to take another trade, he'd look at it and then he'd tell himself,
Like, that's a
"Okay,
lot of money.
if someone gave me this, would I be okay with that?" You know, and he's like,
Oh yeah.
of course, you idiot. Why are you taking more trades?" So I think what you just said so good. Another question from Jessica. Favorite strategy, your usual take profit stop loss. So for those who are trading and understand trading options, ballpark of your roughly average winner, percent wise, roughly average loser. Are you like quick scalp? Are you holding longer? Yeah, just brief on that.
So I found myself uh, with most because I live trade as often as I can with Wilson and
Mhm.
with Jaden. I think they do a great job. The majority of the trades that I do with them, I'm usually quite a bit quicker
Yeah.
because they're good, man. Like those guys are so dialed. They do such a great job.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, position size usually about 1,000. Um, my I guess my risk reward is usually I know that this is it used to be the 7, 15, 20 that I learned when I started. Now I do 10% stop loss, and I'm usually chasing a 20 to 30% win,
Mhm.
and that works for me. And it's because those numbers are comfortable to me. If I take a losing trade, I lose $100. It's simple math. I grew up really poor. It's easy math. It's simple, whatever. So I just hop into the trade. I set my stop loss and I wait. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier that sometimes if a trade's just going sideways, even if I'm down a little or up a little, I'll kind of just hop out because I don't like it when anxiety starts to
Mhm.
build up in my body. It's not worth it to me to sit around and hold it. It's just I like it when I hop in a trade and it moves right away, up or down. Like I would actually rather lose quickly
Yep.
than sit there for an hour and make $115.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's other people that are like that, but like I hate sitting there because the anxiety and the stress that it causes me isn't worth it. Because it does. It causes me anxiety. Anybody that day trades and tells you that they don't experience anxiety is a freaking liar. So
100%. 100%. And you know what's so funny, guys, is it's just he's so good because you're honest, dude. You're honest with yourself, right? It's
hmm.
kind of like any addiction, right? It's like Alcoholics Anonymous. The first step is, "Hi, I'm so and so. I'm an alcoholic." It's like you want to figure it out. You got to be honest with yourself. So it's like, yeah, if
Yeah,
you
I've got
know, it's like,
problems.
yeah, anxiety. stress. I don't want that. That is not fun, right? Almost thinking like a
Yeah.
kid, right? Like my 7 year old. If I'm like, hey, do you want to be stressed? She'd be like, no. It's like, cool. Then don't put yourself
Simple.
in
Yeah.
stressful
Not worth
situations.
it. No thanks.
Simple. And the other thing that's so great about this, and it's the most common theme. Every one of these Instagram lives we do, it's so funny. Those are the exact metrics, just so everyone knows, of what we teach, right? Literally like 10% stop loss, 2 to 3 R to R, looking for a 23. I mean, it's hilarious. And again, it's beautiful because it's so fast. Like you say, you're very rarely trading more than 30, 45 minutes a day,
Oh yeah. Yeah. If
and
that.
yeah, if that, and it's providing you with a level of consistency, sharpness, mental, just kind of refresher in the morning. And I agree. Like, I think I live better days. Like, as a human, my days on average are so much better because of this little puzzle I have to figure out every morning. This little
Oh yeah.
game. It's like doing those brain activating games, to start the day. And oh, just by the way, if you get good at it, you can make some money along the way too. So
Yeah. Which is cool. And actually, I've noticed that even on the days that I do lose, it kind of it wakes me up too. You know what I mean? Like
mm,
win or lose, I'm sharp and I'm ready to go. And I've noticed that sometimes I actually like perform better on days that I lose, which is an interesting thing. It's something that I've been more conscious about recently. Is I've been trying to notice how I interact with other people, how I treat people on winning days versus on losing days, and yeah, I've been surprised by how I treat people even on my losing days. I've been impressed with how I am able to kind of manage my emotions. So
I'm gonna give my last thing based on that. I want your last thing. We can be 30 seconds each. We've already gone too long. I'll answer this really
sorry for
quick.
starting us late.
No, no, that's me, dude. I don't know what the heck happened. These stupid Instagram lives. Fishing in Utah. I haven't been fishing. I had a procedure done on my shoulder back recently, so I haven't been fishing all that much. Time of day is best to trade right at the morning, right at market open. So that's 9:30 Eastern time. Me and Gabe were here in Utah. That's 7:30. So we're done. This is like the flex, right? Like people's day trading flexes, the watches, the cars, this, that. My flex is that I'm usually done working when my buddies are stuck in traffic going to work. That's the
Clutch.
flex. That's the flex, right?
Oh yeah.
So my last 2 cents, guys, from Gabe. If there's anything you take away from Gabe, it is that you need to trust the process, right? 4 years. 4 years and a lot of money lost is what it took me. Gabe, virtually no money lost other than what he paid for his education. And now he is consistently winning. And what people don't understand is $200-300 a day. That's most people's salaries, right?
Right?
That's doubling most household incomes, and you're such a perfect example. That's just so cool to see. So if you take anything away from Gabe, it is literally just trusting the process, not caring what others think, and just being true to yourself and who you are. And I think that honestly, if you want my honest opinion, Gabe, and I think you probably agree with this, the reason most people fail at trading is because most people, one, they either don't like who they are as humans, or they don't trust themselves, or they don't even know who they are. And so,
Yeah.
how can you have these conversations with yourself about how you feel in a trade, what type of things are going on? Like, how could you have that if you aren't even willing to sit with yourself in silence for more than 10 minutes, or if you aren't even willing to have a kind of tough conversation with yourself, and that attributes to your humility for sure. Gabe has always been very, very humble about his life and how he approaches it. He's yeah, just honestly, like I said, I look up to you in a lot of ways, dude. Like, I'm
Thanks,
not
dude.
perfect in so many ways, and I'm very very aware of the life that you've built, and it's awesome. So last hurrah for you, and then we'll shut her down. Difference between futures and options, message me, I'll answer that. That's kind of a longer winded answer. um last
Join the
2 cents.
mastermind.
Well, it's like trying to close this up. Options and futures, like, well, do we have 30 minutes? You tell me, Gabe. Last thing. You have anything that you can say to the people here? What you want them to hear? It can be advice. It can be anything. Like, your last thoughts for the people. As we've had pretty much 60 people here the whole time. Awesome. What's your final say for our Instagram live here?
Um, dude, that's that's tough. I think the main thing is like I said earlier, thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting Jeremy, and thanks for even sitting on and watching me. What I don't feel like I'm you know all that in a bag of chips. I don't feel like I'm all that impressive, but I'm so happy and I'm so grateful for the life that I have, that I live, that I've built with my wife. And genuinely, I think the main things that I'll leave with everybody is just advice to start small. That's what I did. Start small. Don't overdo it. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't if this is something that causes stress and anxiety in your life, do some digging and figure out if it's the trading, if it's, is it day trading or is it something else that I need to work on and figure out before I jump into this? If you don't have the anxiety and the stress about making the decision to join, then just join. But yeah, I think that a lot of people kind of over leverage themselves and they spread themselves too thin. And I think that that's a bad spot to be in as a day trader. So I think that as a day trader, you need to be very dialed. You need to be honest with who you are. You need to know who you are, first of all. And so my message to everybody is just that to get to know who you are. Trade based off of that. Don't trade based off of trends. Don't trade based off of Instagram or what you think other people are doing. And yeah, I know we talked about it a lot, but gratitude, man. I think if I could live a great life and die, and the only thing people remember me for is that I was grateful and happy. That's what I'd be happy. And so I hope everybody can remember that.
Dude, one of the coolest Instagram lives we've done. If you're not walking away feeling inspired and just wanting to be a better person after this, and that's what it's all about, right? Like trading, sure, cool, whatever. Like at Uncommon, we're about improving our lives, right? Living life uncommon, which is friends,
Heck
family,
yeah.
living life on your terms. And Gabe, you are killing it, man. Seriously, congrats on all your success. Congrats on the coming baby. If your wife can hear, wish her all the best, and obviously reach out if there's anything we can do. But guys, thank you for being here. This has been awesome. If you have additional questions, you want more information about anything that we've talked about tonight, or again, you just want to know where to start. One cool thing I will drop is next week. Okay, we have I'm not even gonna say the dates. You go into the link in our bio. We are doing a 5-day trading challenge where, for completely free, we're doing 5 days of live classes. Me, Jaden, Wilson, and then we're going to end with a live trading session where you get a live trade with me with real money in real time.
Oh, that's
This is
fire.
for free. This is completely for free, guys. So head over to the link in our bio at Uncommon Education Trading. Join that 5-day masterclass with us. And again, we're going to teach you the basics. We're going to teach you the difference between futures and options. We do not teach Forex, but we're going to teach the difference between futures and options. You're going to learn some of the strategies we teach, some of the psychology of trading. And then again, we're going to cap it off with a live trading session. But guys, give it up for Gabe. Seriously, thanks again, bro. Absolutely incredible. Really look forward to spending some more time with you. And dude, best of luck with baby number one,
Thanks,
man.
dude.
Really happy for you.
Thanks. Love you guys. Love you, Jeremy. Thanks,
Love you
brother.
too, bro. We'll see you.
Peace.
Peace.